All right, legends, a word from today's sponsors before we kick off the podcast. Are you looking for a tray or canopy? Today we have LJ Fab based out of Chinchillies doing custom ute and tray canopies, shipping Australia-wide. If you're looking for your next steel or aluminium custom tray for your rig, make sure you get in contact with the team over at LJ Fab. Their work is second to none and can't be beaten. They're now taking orders from June onwards, so getting quick, spots are filling fast. Let them know the Hey Big Mac podcast has sent you. Thanks, guys. Next is Hamptons Media Services. Are you chasing professional photography, videography between Gold Coast and Bundaberg? Or logo designs like the same you see from all the Hey Big Mac accounts? They can bring your profiles back to life with a new professional look, so go check them out and let them know Hey Big Mac has sent you. Thanks, guys, and on to today's episode. Cheers. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the Hey Big Mac podcast. I'm here with our very first double guest.
You.
So Matt's back again from All Time Adventures.
I'm back. Thanks, Macca. Thanks for having me.
Very first return guest.
I'm returning. I feel like I want to sit here all the time and talk shit.
Episode 4 and you're already back.
Episode 4. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might as well jump into it. How was your thoughts on the first episode? How it went?
Mate, I absolutely loved it. Every now and then I don't even mind playing it again, listening to ourselves. It's as cringy as it sounds, but I honestly think it was the run of an awesome podcast. The start of an awesome podcast, I think. I think
it's good to kick it off.
Yeah, and I think what you're doing, it's going to change the four-wheel drive community.
Yeah, that's a plan. The feedback we've got already so far. Like, have you listened to the other 2 episodes?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I listened to Piss Bus last one and your solo one. So I've listened to all.
Something different. We're working on it. Like, we're getting there and just taking it as it comes. So
yeah, keep running with it.
That's it. How's your Easter break and everything anyway?
Mate, me and Chloe, it was a good break. We didn't really go away. Obviously, we're still waiting for a few things on the car. So we spent the whole weekend fishing.
Yeah.
And not one fish.
Yeah. It sucks.
yeah. So I'm really getting into my fishing at the moment. And look, this is the first 3 days I've never got fish. So hopefully it's not the start of something. I can get some more, but I'm going out tomorrow morning, so hopefully I get better luck tomorrow.
You'll be cheering.
Yeah.
Buddy, actually, that's a recommendation I have for you is wet sacks, Jamie.
Yeah, I might have to.
You need to get onto it.
I know, I might
that'd
need
be
to contact
perfect
him.
for you.
I know, straight in the boat, put our dry stuff in there. It'd be awesome, honestly. We're always out there, so
I
good
love
content
mine.
for him.
Yeah. And I've used mine as an esky too.
Yeah, and you've got yours. You've got yours as well. You've used that up a few times, haven't you?
Yeah. Out on the lakes.
Yeah, it's honestly the best little thing. Hey,
no, I love them.
Straight from dry, icy cold bloody beers for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's unreal. It's just if you haven't got one, get one, guys. Wetsacks.com. Head over to Jamie Flogger.
Yeah, go get one. Even if you want to use the code.
Use your code.
Yeah. Hey, I've got a code.
Hey Big Mac.
It's on the Instagram. So, yeah. What else did you sort of see over the Easter break? What did you get up to?
Not much. Kind of just we didn't really go away for holidays. I think we try and stay away from like the holiday periods because it's just so busy. Like the amount of cars that have for Fraser and the amount of defects, the amount of breathos. Like I've been hearing it all. Ever since everyone's been back, it's just apparently it's just been crazy up there.
Yeah. Well, obviously I was in Rocky.
Yeah.
The cops were everywhere. The cops were good. They were just doing their job.
They're pretty good.
We sort of whinged about them, but that was because you fuck around, you find out. You get done.
Exactly right. Yeah.
But like you just deal with it. Like everyone was doing the right thing for the most half when we were in Rocky, and there's a massive event like the sister event of Summonat, so there's obviously going to be a big police presence. But yeah, we didn't find them too bad. But I was surprised to see that there wasn't as much like outreach on the news and stuff for DI and Fraser to like to have police up there. Like
didn't see much. No rollovers, which is good.
Yeah,
and that was
no rollovers, no drunk crashes, none of that. We didn't see. Obviously, everyone loves a bit of a hoon, but
who doesn't?
Yeah,
you need to get out of your system every now and then.
Everyone wants to have a bit of fun and hoon. You just make sure you don't do it around families and in
Be
camp
safe.
zones. And
exactly right, mate.
I mean, I'm not saying go out there and go hoon. I'm not.
Not that at all.
Not inviting that stuff,
No.
but do it safely and private property and whatnot, and go for it.
And keeping everyone safe at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
What about you, Macca? What did you get up to over there the Easter weekend?
Well, I went away.
You went away to Rocky, yeah?
Went away to Rocky, and I've basically come back, and I've been sick as a dog.
Yeah. I remember calling you Monday, and I couldn't even hear what you were actually saying because your nose was that blocked up. But it looked like a good weekend. You got to admit, it looked like an awesome weekend. I was so jealous. I kind of wish I took those 2 tickets up at Mitch's house, but next year. There's always next year for us.
That's it. It was living down the high from it. So.
But what's it like? Like, what's it like going from a four-wheel drive like industry to like drift street cars? Like,
do
you like that? Do you like that type of thing? Because I know a lot of people are just strictly four-wheel drives, strictly diff cars, street cars, all that type of stuff. Where you're a bit of both. You like a bit of both.
Yeah, like I won't go out and drive drift cars or street cars, anything like that, but I do appreciate them.
Yeah.
And
there's some work that goes into them, man.
Having a good couple of mates I want to have on as well that are into their drifting and all that sort of stuff, Billy and Jess. And mate, it's funny. It's incredible to watch because it's a skill.
Yeah.
Like,
it's more than a skill.
It's cool.
It's something that people will never experience because they can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And these people are professionals. They know how to do it. Like, it's something else once you sit in that passenger seat and going, oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of people that I see in the four-wheel drive industry. I reckon there's a lot of them that come from drifting or vice versa. They've gone four-wheel driving to drifting.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in the four-wheel drive scene that have, I know, when you grow up, you obviously can't have cars, but they've grown from bikes and motocross and any different sorts of like racing, individual sort of sports. And yeah, everyone just picks their way. And there's a lot of boys now still that are doing a bit of both. They're drifting through the weeks and then they're going out touring on the weekends. And
Sam Isles bought a drift car, didn't he?
I think he's had it a while.
He's had it for a while, has he? Had that one?
Yeah.
Because he had that up there, didn't he?
Yeah, he was up there. He had that in the 80 and that drift car, the 180, it's loud.
Yeah. Well, what did Pissmart say? If you're not fast, you got to be loud.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You go fast, you're loud.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, the drifting's good. I don't mind seeing a bit of that. But
I wouldn't mind. I don't mind seeing it. Even the one is it SeaWorld? They have that drift car at SeaWorld or Movie World or whatever it is.
World, yeah.
I don't mind watching that every now and then.
Yeah, the V8 demos.
But it would be awesome to get up there next year and watch the crew up there.
For sure.
I can't wait to get up there.
It'd be cool. I'd love to take a year up next year. Hopefully, be done. Like I know yours will be done. And see some, I know there was some massive rigs up there.
Yeah, I know. I saw them. Oh yeah, man, I was just jealous. I was sitting back watching everyone's story, just jealous. I was like, I wish I was there. But anyway.
Oh well. So anyway, this episode was sort of going to be just. I was going to sit down by myself, and then I was just last minute. All right, Matty, come up. Let's just jump on. We'll talk some shit.
Talk some stuff.
Let it ramble. I was sort of just going to go into the typical industry sort of stuff. So I just had a list done up, and I suppose we'll just sort of ramble off with each other and go through a few things. And
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the first one I had I thought I'd just ask your favourite creators on YouTube and Instagram and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so obviously, like my background's obviously not forward driving, and a lot of people probably see that on my personal Instagram page.
Yeah.
But I've always grown up like through school, like watching forward drive content. Like even though I didn't own one back in the day, I always was sitting after school before training, watching forward drive videos.
Yeah.
And I grew up watching the Sam Youngs, obviously the Matty from Explore Life, Shauno and Graham, forward drive 24/7.
Been around for years.
Yeah, been around for years. All the big names have been around for years. But I like, it's the little ones for me at the moment, like Sarah and Keelan I watch a lot. Yeah. Me and Chloe. Who else? There's a few other couples that we do watch a lot on YouTube. I can't name off the top of my head, but there is a few, and they know who I'm talking about, and they know we're talking about them. So, yeah, I it's funny to say favorite creators. I don't have a personally favorite creator. They're all my favorites. But
and I suppose you take little bits and pieces from every different person that's doing something. Like I look at a lot of the Australian sort of YouTube creators.
Yeah.
And then I look at there's a couple of big names in the States that I follow. Like to rattle them off, you've got Heavy D, Whistling Diesel, Seaboys TV, Cletus McFarlane. Mm-hmm. You've got Adam LZ, which used to be BMX. That's how I knew about him. Now he's full drift cars as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got like, it's almost like you can mirror image it over here because you've got like the Explore Life crews, Full Drive 24/7 crews. You've got Sam, Mac TJ, Sam Young. There's heaps of them.
And they're all different in their own unique way, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what, and growing up watching them, I'm kind of like got little pieces from them here and there in our like kind of YouTube channel, which is kind of special because like we want to do a build series, and you know, that's mainly forward driving, but we also want to push into like the family side of things when we're older and have kids and that type of stuff, you know, vanning it and all that type of stuff. Definitely want to go into that way. But yeah, we've kind of implemented all of their kind of over the years work and kind of put it into ours. And you probably might see that the DI was kind of a different one. Like it was just barely any of us talking, just music, us just having a good day up there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's a lot. You see that a lot in Maddie's like first started his Explore Life page. It was kind of like that, which I think that's what made it blow up. And that's what
100%. And it's, I don't know, too, like you can't copy someone else's content because you're never going to be as good as the creator.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you make your own way, people are going to see it, they're going to follow it, and they're going to understand that, all right, like this guy's doing his own thing. You might take, all right, this guy's doing awesome subtitles. This guy's doing cool meme cuts. This guy's doing cool transitioning.
Like TJ and Mac, their transitioning's like with their little electric blue, like all their fluoro colors. They're just sick. They're awesome. I love watching that.
All the
and it's different because it's not normally on YouTube. You know what I mean? That something you see on YouTube, and then Forward Drive 24/7. They're more like TV. Like that's a YouTube. That's a TV channel to me almost.
I suppose that's where you go from like your really presentable TV program, like it's a movie.
Yeah.
You've got the people that are doing hour-long videos each week, and then you've got the opposite side of it.
You got your 10, 15-minute videos, like what we do.
10, 15, 20-minute videos that are, some are still trying to do the right thing and some are just taking the piss, talking shit, having fun, banter. Yeah. And some people want that because they have a laugh, but they're so engaged with it too.
Yeah, definitely.
No.
What are your favourite creators, Macca? I think a lot of people would like to know this.
Well, I sort of mentioned it a little bit, but I like if I get home, like most afternoons, I'll watch YouTube anyway. I don't watch normal TV.
Oh no, yeah, me and Chloe exactly the same.
And I don't think a lot of people our age and sort of doing what we're doing do watch normal TV much. Like,
no, everyone I talk to, all my friends, I don't think they sit in front of a TV at all. Yeah. And if they are sitting in front of TV, it's on YouTube.
Mm. And I think like my favourite sort of creators that I sort of go off is like, if I get home, Cletus McFarlane, 9 times out of 10, every single day of the week, he's got a video up. Once a week, there's like C-Boys TV. It's just a bunch of boys running around doing whatever the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
Like Heavy D, he's doing like recovery sort of all that sort of stuff, but it's like insane. And they're probably like big ones in the States. Like Whistling Diesel's just like, it comes up, watch it whenever.
Oh, it's the stuff he makes. It's just, you can't not watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But for over here, like, I mean, I'm doing my best to keep up with probably the top big names. Like you've got Sam, Mac, TJ, Explore Life.
Yeah.
Everyone like that. Red Dirt. Yeah. Aussie Arvo's there, even doing a lot of good stuff now. A couple of young blokes. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
everything's there.
I saw him around Sydney 4x4. They were at Aussie Arvo's. Yeah, he was having a good little content session around there. He was just doing interviews with everyone, Sam Isles and Sam Young and all them. And I just obviously just went past. I've never met them. Yeah, but I would like to. He seems like awesome.
They put the image out there of they're just a couple of
young
country
blokes.
boys having a crack. They're not
serious. They're not too serious.
Yeah, it's like they don't take themselves seriously, but they are.
But they are, yeah.
And I don't know, it's not like they're trying to put on a massive persona. It's just a couple of boys in a shed living their dream like a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah.
And it's sick.
People are following it and people are loving it. And I love their content. I love sitting in the afternoon watching their Arvo session talks and all that. So and they've got a few builds on there as well.
Yeah, well, they go into really good detail of their builds and that as well. Like yesterday it would have been Jesse's just done the 4Drive 24/7 build for the new Patrol.
Patrol, yeah.
It's just like everyone sort of loves that little side because if you can't do it, you want to watch it, and if you can do it, you want to know more.
You want to know more, and people are always there to help you, and you can always call up someone and be like, "Hey, can you give us a hand? We're going to film this, show everyone else how to do it." And I think that's why people like it, is because they're helping others
Yeah.
not have to pay for someone to do it for them. They can actually do it
100%.
themselves.
Yeah.
And they actually break it down where if you go to a professional, they'll only tell you here and there.
Yeah.
So it's good like when they actually when these build series actually come out, people do it properly.
Yeah.
And they tell you how to do things, what's wrong with it, all that type of stuff. And I really believe that's how I learned off.
Yeah.
Like
And
to fix anything really is off YouTube. And it's from watching those boys, building cars, pulling parts.
And it's
cars
good
apart.
when they sort of show you their stuff ups as well.
Yeah.
Because when they're showing you that they're stuffing up, it
Makes
sort
you
of
feel good.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I
makes you
mean?
realize that, all right, there is turns and there is stuff ups to be
And
made.
even like as professional as they are, they still make mistakes.
Yeah.
And everyone makes mistakes and everyone's got to remember that.
all the unforeseen in any build like that can come across if you find a bit of rust or bog or who knows whatever it is, a broken wire or crap bloody light bar wiring harnesses that have been left in from the last build. And yeah, I mean, you just got to run with it.
Run with it. Yeah. Do it. Try and do it yourself.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I try and tell kids and stuff. They're like, oh, like I should just go pay to get it fixed. I was like, no, try and fix it yourself. Because
Yeah.
you never know what happens out bush. Like
Yeah.
something bad could happen. And at least you've watched a few YouTube channels and YouTube videos. You know how to fix it at least. Or at least get you to a safe spot to get someone to fix it,
Well, I know like, 7-8 years ago when I got my license, I was useless with cars.
I wouldn't have a clue what was under the bonnet, to be honest.
Half decent with bikes, but even then I wouldn't go rebuilding a bike by myself.
Yeah.
And then, cars, like, I mean, I just have a mate set of mechanics and people that knew more than me and just taking pointers and bits and pieces. And you just slowly, I know.
You build confidence too.
First time I had a crack at a wheel bearing, jump on YouTube, make sure I'm following steps properly. But then I've sort of just followed mates and
watched everyone else. And you were fixed 4 of them at the Cape York.
Oh, don't get me started.
We don't need to go back that again.
the axle seals let go in the ute again.
Always. I don't think
So
I don't think we've been a trip on it. Hasn't yet.
I've got the other hub to do this side now.
I actually saw a few when I was on the way here. I actually saw a few bearing kits actually for sale on Marketplace. I was going to send it to you.
No, I've already got spares.
Yeah, I was like, these are pretty cheap, Mac. Just take these away with us.
I'm just too lazy to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, well, anyway, with the builds, Sam Young's build,
Sam Young, it's incredible.
mate. It's insane, isn't it?
I don't know how he's pulling it off, but it's bloody.
He's ripped the whole Toyota suspension out of that thing.
Best part I love is he's one of those blokes that just does not care what you think of his build, and which is how it should be.
Yeah.
And he has turned an immaculate 80 series on, like just chopping parts out of the body, chopping flares, pulling all the
Suspension
factory
out,
suspension and diffs
everything out, just restarting.
Yeah.
It's I
Crazy.
Chloe likes 80s more than I do,
Yeah.
and she is frothing it. She cannot wait for this thing to be seen, like in public. Like,
Looks mint.
shout out to Sam, man. Like, you are doing something special, and keep rolling with it because we cannot wait to see it.
Yeah. I'm not knowledgeable with suspension, and you got 5-link, 4-link, 3-link.
3 links, yeah.
And to see a 3-link front in an 80, it looks wild.
It looks weird. It looks weird, but wow, it will flex.
Oh, it's the photos I've seen on the
photos.
forklift. It was just like, holy hell! Like,
The TikTok reels and everything as well. He's been putting up. Oh my god, man.
but he's sort of gone the last few weeks. He's done that. I think it's Bilstein.
Bill
Or-
Seen,
yeah.
I think he's
Gone through
sponsored
shocks,
Bill Seen,
and he's done some really good information on all types of suspension setups that are, I don't know, it's just something different for once.
And that's what Sam's good with too. Like he doesn't just promote. He does have his sponsors, right? But he
everyone.
promotes a lot of companies, and
Yeah.
like they're different. They're different for a reason, and then he also points out why they're different for a reason.
Yeah.
And why something should be good for you, and that's why I really like Sam, and I follow his build a lot because he just gives so much information that I just absorb and I go, wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, is like, I don't know, a lot of people I see, you see the online, you see the haters and that
Yeah, there's a lot of
they'll go on like, you're a piece of shit, you treat this like crap, you're destroying a nice car, like you don't deserve this.
Just let the man have
And
fun.
I think it goes back to the same old question. Build your car for you,
Exactly.
and who cares what anyone else thinks? And why do you care if someone's building something that you don't like?
Exactly. Why? What's the need of you commenting, mate? This is a piece of shit. Like,
Yeah,
to him, that means nothing to him, man. Like,
No.
your comment means nothing. It's not even worth putting it up, man, because we just read them and we just have a little giggle behind the screen because that's all we do. Because we just don't take anyone's shit from anyone anymore. And I think there's a lot of people in this world that just like they like to attack people for doing nice things.
And a lot of people, I think, if you're in a position where you do have followers online and you have people commenting on your stuff, you're going to see the bad and the good comments.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
And they all come. It depends how you roll with those comments as well. Like, if I see something that's bad and negative towards a build or something that we're doing, okay, you know what? At the end of the day, that person's still following me.
Exactly.
Who cares?
And, and at the end of the day, you watching us is making us money.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but your hate and all that, man, it doesn't mean anything to us. Like, it's not even worth putting it online. And, you know, everyone should just support everyone's builds.
Yeah.
No matter if it's a Patrol, it's a Toyota.
Who knows
what it is? Amarok. Anyway, it's just support each other, guys. It's nothing. Yeah. And if you've got nothing to say, nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
Pretty much.
Because creators ain't going to care at the end of the day. We're going to laugh. We're honestly going to laugh. So that's probably a little tip to give everyone.
There's still going to be some people out there that, I don't know, like some weeks those things might get to you.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you just sort of got to remember to
we are
ignore them.
human.
And
exactly.
With it, like I've caught my fair share online, and sometimes I'll be in a mood where I just go, you know what, stuff this guy, I'm going to call him out and post him on a story. Like, and you know, I'll have a message from him saying, oh, sorry, I didn't mean that, blah, blah, blah. Or it'll be just complete block, gone. Like it's, I don't
on
want,
to the next.
As much as those people are good to follow you, I don't really want any of those people following me.
Exactly. Because they're just there having a sticky beak. Yeah. They're just keeping their 5 cents worth.
Half the time, they don't have any photos on their account. They've got a private account. They're like
one little photo of anime or something up there, or a cartoon or something. It's just a spam looking account.
Or a fan account.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone's doing their own thing and running their own race, but at the end of the day, the people that I take note of in my comment section or sharing my posts are the people in the industry doing the same thing, mates, family.
Mm-hmm.
If you're outside of that bubble, I appreciate the love and support.
100%.
But otherwise, it's just, like you'll sit here and give me criticism, like criticizing notes. I'll do the same to you.
Yeah.
And you can take it from a place of respect. But
exactly. When it doesn't come from respect, it's a bit hard, different as well.
Well, it's sort of like a fuck you.
Pretty much, 100%.
It's like you've just sort of wasted my time in reading this comment for the last 15 seconds. Like,
it's literally, am I going to get that 15 seconds back in my life?
Yeah. No, and you can see why a lot of people that, you know, if you're talking to
a lot of people,
some creators that have millions of followers that every week they're getting thousands and thousands of messages about like this and that and how to do different things. You can see why they don't respond to any comments and they don't even look at them. It's a post and go system. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, some people's mental health just works better that way too.
Exactly. Some people's mental like stability might not be different to me or you or someone else. You know what I mean? Yeah. Me and Clove just kind of just grew that thick skin. I think you've got to online these days because everyone's online. Yep. Everyone's watching you. But yeah, if you are starting out there, because I get a lot of questions like, how do you start? Yeah. And my number one thing is you got to make sure you don't give a shit what people say about you.
100%.
That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
And the other one is just make it worth it. Just go out there and prove everyone wrong.
Yeah.
Because one person's going to hate you, you should just prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Honestly. And at the end of the day, you're going to laugh and they're going to go, ooh, have a cry about it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's affecting them, not you.
Yeah.
So.
I'm probably the same. Like, you can't worry about what anyone's doing, but if you're doing it and your mates are telling you like this is good, that's bad, you've got to listen to it.
Yeah, mates definitely. Yeah,
they're the ones that are doing the same thing, and especially if you're trying to chase a dream in an industry where, say, someone's that's already successful in it gives you a pointer, you've got to take that both ways because there's probably a really good reason they're telling you that.
Because they've probably made that mistake in the past. Yeah. So yeah, listen to all your top creators.
Yeah, anyone that you're following.
They've been there, they've done that, they've been what you through. Yeah. You know, just give them a message. You know, they might give you some tips.
Most people reply.
And most people
anyway.
do. Yeah, I know me and you, we always try to reply to our message requests best we can.
And you do, like I spoke about it last week. Like if you miss one, it's probably just a luck of the draw that we've missed you.
Yeah.
But don't be afraid to double up on that message.
Exactly. Like swing us a second message and we'll reply. As long as it's a reasonable question. Like if it's something stupid, look, man, like it's going to get deleted straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. What do you think about all these builds and companies going overseas?
Look,
Like you've got Shauno and Maddie from Explore Life and
I can.
all that.
It's a
like,
pretty good.
It's massive for Australia.
It's a massive for Australia forward drive and them taking it over in the US and all that. I spoke to Matty a little bit about his USA trip, and he's so excited, man. Like he can't wait. Like I'm so jealous of that trip, and what I think that's probably the next step for them is they've done everything in Oz. They've topped of Oz, of the forward drive community, and it's only fair that they start something over there.
And I think it's sort of like one person we haven't even mentioned yet is Patriot Campers or Patriot Games TV.
They're already over there, aren't they?
They've been doing it for the last 4, maybe 5 years
months,
or something.
4 or 5 years, is it?
Years.
5 years.
Well, because they did their, it might have been season 2. Like the twins were tiny. I don't even think they could go over there. And they took Jeeps around America.
No, I do remember the Jeeps. Yeah.
And that's sort of where they've gone. They've bought Jeeps into Australia now and gone that route. But they've taken the black truck and stuff over in, it would have been before COVID.
Before COVID, I think.
And they've already taken the Australian market over there. And that's why Patriot is so big, is because they've produced it in America. And American market, once Australia's good, but it's small and we're so isolated to this. Whatever's in Australian market is Australia. That's it.
Yeah.
Once something hits the USA, it just goes worldwide. It's everywhere.
And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I know a few companies that have actually just sold from Australia to US companies.
Yeah.
I won't mention anything, but
there'd be plenty.
I've heard rumored that there's plenty of US Australian companies now moving to the US.
Even like, I'm not sure, Max Tracks, they're an Australian company, but they're in America now.
They're in America now, and they're doing really well in America. And I think it's because, I mean, you see so many big trucks over there, but their forward driving is not the same as ours. So I think when they come over here and they see what we do, they're like, okay, you guys actually forward drive. I think it's called overlanding.
Overlanding's there.
Overlanding over there.
Overlandings are touring.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
And then they're just like, they've got their mudding, which is like driving to a mud
pit.
Yeah.
Whistling Diesel get a Ferrari and drive through a bloody mud patch. No.
Yeah. And then they do like their Moab sort of rock crawling type of stuff.
I've seen some crazy rock climbing, like vertical walls in those buggies, man. Like,
mad.
That's crazy. Like, that's next level. You just wouldn't see that here, I don't think. Like, hills like that.
No, well,
rocks like that.
The stuff that you're going to get sort of like that is go to Glasshouse. Drive up Big Red or Little Red. That's probably, like, going off the top of my head, is the closest to what you're sort of going to get, but it's not smooth stone sort of boulders. It's jagged rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I don't know. There's always somewhere that's going to be like that, but...
Yeah. The truck that Maddie built, though, I saw it at the Forward Drive show. Like
the Ram. Yeah.
It's massive.
Huge.
It's so big.
I don't think people understand how big those Rams actually are.
The width of them. Just the width. Like, I'm just like... I just walked around it twice, and I was like, dude, it's taking me like 5 minutes to walk around this truck.
Yeah. Like I think my Cruiser sits at like just 1,900 or a bit over 1,900 wide.
Yeah.
Those things, I think, just normally are like 2 meters. Like, or, 21, maybe bigger.
20.
Yeah, probably bigger.
22.
Yeah.
Too wide.
Oh, yeah, something. They're massive.
It's massive wide. But I just don't understand how people park them in parking lots and garages here. You just can't. They're just massive.
And you see it over here, like they'll get roasted in the parking pages. Oh, Rams double parked.
Why? Like, yeah.
Do you understand that if you park on that line and they park next to that line, no one's getting in or out of their car?
But you're climbing through the passenger window to get in.
That's if someone hasn't parked on the other side.
That's if someone hasn't parked on the other side as well, yeah. But, no, they will have an absolute ball over there. Yeah. I honestly will probably...
I'm keen to see it.
Yeah. And look, when I'm done here, who knows? Maybe we might go and do it US.
Oh, the boys have even talked shit about it. Like, one day it'd be awesome to go over and, like, go see SEMA or, like, go to King of Hammers event. Like, and watch the buggies going through the desert.
Yep. It would be definitely an eye-opener if we ever did.
Yeah.
We'll finish Oz first and then we'll head over.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will start doing that now.
Yeah. There's a lot to see in Oz.
Like, there's a lot to see in America too.
I've done next to nothing in the territory. I haven't done South Australia. I haven't done WA. Like, there's half of the continent that, like, I still haven't been into the Vic High country in a ute yet. Like, I've done it on bikes when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, like Chloe, you haven't really been anywhere.
Then there's like spots like Tassie too. Go across a bit.
I want to go to Tassie so bad after
It looks
TJ
cool.
Mac and all them.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like an absolute ball.
Dude, their trip down there looks sick.
I know. I've watched their YouTube video like 3 times because I just fucking love it. It's awesome.
Well, even up at Rocky, I got to catch up with Blake and Maddie briefly a little bit. And
Yeah,
chat with
okay,
them.
yeah.
They were just, they were loving it.
Yeah,
Like,
I can imagine.
I could see when I mentioned it to them, they were just like, oh,
Smile on their face, yeah.
Tassie,
Yeah.
It'd be like if someone come and asked us about Cape York, you go, oh, yeah.
It'd be the same, yeah.
Cape. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, honestly, if you're on that trip down there with them, that would have been an absolute unreal trip.
Well, even
They had a ball.
Tyler Thompson's down there at the moment too.
Yeah, he's down there, yeah.
Another big name. And yeah, it's good to see everyone getting out and about and seeing it all. And
Yeah, it's getting a lot better, especially after COVID. Just get rid of COVID now.
yeah,
It's gone. It's finished.
Yeah.
We don't need it anymore. We can go out camping and go free. We can be free now. We don't need any of this restriction anymore, any stuff.
yeah, everyone gets the flu and stuff. It's just part of it.
Oh, so go on.
Yeah.
You know, you get a little bit sick.
It's
Carry on.
like coming back from Rocky and I got crook. Everyone's like, oh, it's COVID, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, you ever heard of just not sleeping for 4 days, going out partying, and maybe you're just a little bit run down? Like, that's all it was. It was just, and hay, I got mad hay fever up there, and that just wrecked me.
Yeah.
That just fueled the fire. But it is what it is. You have some fun, and yeah, so. Where are we up to? We got
Glassy tracks getting ripped up and...
Yeah, did you see that?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, so like maybe a week or 2 ago, Telegraph Hill got like all just graded. They ripped it up, put new boulders and stuff through there, and it's just like
Yeah, right. No, I haven't heard about this. I might have to...
yeah. I'll show you a photo, but it's just like they've just ripped the whole hillside apart. And
So they've
it's just
ruined
like,
it. They've completely just ruined it for everyone.
They've ruined it, but I give it 6 months and there'll be
Before-
tracks all up there again, and like a good rainstorm, and it'll be the boys that go out to Glassy and do their thing. They'll
They'll fix it for us. Yeah.
They make tracks everywhere there. Not that I go to Glassy all the time. I go probably once or twice a year, but
we definitely need to get out there more. We should do a video out there
some
soon, I
trips.
reckon. Do some trips.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, get a bit of a crew on it.
Yeah. Actually, we'll go back to 2 questions. What are your thoughts on like 4Drive 24/7 and crews like Explore Life that are branching out, like doing like because like for 4Drive 24/7 you got Graham that's doing like the
Off-grid
off-grid
type of
sort
stuff, yeah.
new presenters or like hosts sort of coming on, and
Yeah, you've got that that couple with the van
Yeah.
over in WA when Graham does his trips up there.
Mm.
I think Maddie's now got Explore Life Girls, Explore Offshore,
Explore 4x4.
Explore 4x4 with Tommy and all them.
Yeah.
I honestly,
he's got off-grid or something like that too with Nav.
yeah.
I'm not sure what that was on. It might have been just off-grid or something like that. But
yeah,
you know, it's good because they're like, instead of I saw a couple of comments on it that were like, oh, it's just we're gonna lose like the Explore content, blah blah, blah like all this. It's definitely a marketing play from Matt, whereas he can sort of imagine you being the star of the show every single week, where you've got to pump out every Sunday a new episode. You obviously got your editing film crew that's going to be doing all that stuff. But if you're not relying on Matt being the face of every single show each week, like I think it was the other week they just had the Explore Offshore app.
Yeah.
That was sick. It was just to see a family offshore fishing.
I think it's awesome. I think it's absolutely
It's
awesome
good.
what he's doing, branching out,
Yeah.
and it's giving other people opportunities to get their face out. And that's what I spoke about in the first episode, right?
Yeah.
About giving people opportunities, and I think it's absolute brilliant power move from
And
the big companies branching out.
He sort of had to do it too. If his plans were to go to the States, which he's doing, then
He
you've
still needs
got
content
nothing
back
left
here.
in Australia. Like he's going to have consistent content that I think is going to produce better content. It's going to be more in depth, more quality. That you're not going to be pushing out a 1 week episode, like because I think everyone could sort of tell at a point there when he was doing a lap around Australia that you're seeing an episode in Broome, but that was filmed like 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
And he was really good at being able to make the content feel present. And it was just, but you
know
knew
exactly
it
what you
was
mean.
filmed well prior.
Well prior, yeah. almost like what they do on TV.
Yeah.
Like they'll film it, and then
Yeah.
3 months later it would actually come out.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand where he came from with that, because that's kind of like what we do.
Yeah.
I think it's like almost a couple of weeks after we come back is actually when it comes out.
Which is fair.
Which is fair. Like, it gives us time to edit. Like, edit takes a long time. Producing takes a long time. Finding music takes a long time. I understand that. But what he is doing with branching out, I think is absolutely amazing. Yeah. And Tommy is like a little Matt man. Tommy is killing it, man. He is absolutely killing it. Like, shout out to you, Tommy, if you're listening, man. Like, you're killing it.
I know he'll be
listening.
Good work,
man.
He sent me a couple of messages.
Yeah.
Saying, he's listened here and there.
You're doing the best.
He's very switched on.
He's switched on kid.
And he's like, he's one of the type of boys that can go a very long way with the position.
That's what I mean. That's what I was trying to say, man. You're going to go a long way, so keep hanging in there. Keep doing what you're doing, because people are loving you and loving your stuff.
And
so,
I just hope, from a point of view of, like, he's got a really good support system around him. I hope him being like just that younger, coming in, almost something to prove, but hopefully he doesn't screw it up.
No,
like,
he won't.
He's got the mentors around him that he shouldn't be able to.
He's got all the tools. He's got everything he needs. And he's got that personality for it.
Yeah.
He's built for this.
100%.
Yeah. Good on you, Tommy.
Yeah. And then you got, well, obviously Ali doing.
You got Ali as well doing
scene.
Explore Girls. Is Ali going over to USA with Maddie? Do you know? Or is she staying over here doing
Would not
girls?
Have a clue.
Because that would be
I wouldn't be
interesting.
surprised if they do like a trip over at some point, because if Matt's going to be there for 6 months, they'll probably go over a week or something at a time. But yeah, it's good to see the girls' content coming through
More and more.
It's just a normal thing to see now. It's
100%.
for a very big male-dominated industry. It's good to see girls, like you've got Red Dirt. They're probably some of the biggest names out here that are. You got Bridget and Bree, and then you got Ali and Ali's friends that come on the
Coming on the Explore Girls, yeah.
And well, I think they're all part of like the Explore Girls somehow, but it's good to see the girls' content coming out, producing good videos, trips, the travel, the forward driving, showing that, you know, that there's going to be a lot of girls that want to get out and have sat there and gone, oh, we've got to follow the boys on a trip, that are now going, you know what, this weekend's a girls' trip. And
we're doing our own thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, good on them. Like, good on them.
We're probably not seeing it much on YouTube, like individually yet.
Yeah.
But on Instagram, you see a lot
And TikTok, man.
a lot of girls doing solo girls trips.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I think Abby Lister, one of my friends, she does a lot of solo trips. Just with her, she goes down the coast, sets up a swag, or I think she's sleeping in the Jimny now, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, she does a lot of girls trips, and it's awesome to watch.
Like you see those.
It's unreal.
It's sort of weird that the Jimneys have sort of become
it's a big thing now.
It's like the girls' forward drive crew, and it's 70. Sick. Like
I won't say that.
The girls 79.
Girls 79. No, but it's like what Max Tracks did. They chopped it. Like,
yeah, that's cool.
That is sick. Like, that is awesome.
Yeah.
They're doing something different, and good on the girls. Like, girls, get out there. This is your industry too. Like, do your thing.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more of the girls on YouTube doing their own channels.
And you'll see a lot more girls at shows now. I think they're going to start putting a lot more girls in forward drive shows, which is awesome.
100%. And so, yeah, I think it's just, there's always room to improve.
Always room.
And go on about it. So
yeah.
What else are you thinking about? Like, what else is sort of there?
I don't know, really. You come to a point where you're just like, what do we talk about?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there is so much going on in the four-wheel drive industry. It's crazy.
It's a lot to just put in one episode.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I'm a bit stuck on this question now.
Yeah.
We could talk on for hours and hours, but until next time, until we get a few more questions, I think.
Yeah. It does help, guys, if you're sending in questions and topics you want to hear about, or information you want to know, like...
Or any tips or tricks.
Tips, tricks. There's always something to go off. So, yeah. Like, actually, that's another one I want to sort of bring up, is it was sort of requested as like its own episode through the week, but who to trust, and like taking your car to, like, for mechanical work, and like, I mean, you can go to your one-stop shop that's going to be your local mechanic shop down the road, but are they going to be your best shop for your wheel alignments, your wheels, your brakes, your clutch, motor work, general parts, fitting, whatever it might be. Like I know I use a couple of different shops. I've got Roo Systems that did all the tuning on my ute.
Yeah.
I do a lot of the servicing just by myself, just because I'm happy to do
handy,
it.
It's easy, yeah.
But then I sort of rely on shops like down the road. There's All Coast that they're the only ones I've found that can balance 35-inch tyres that are really good, and they do like my alignment's always good when I've been there, and just different things where I know if I went to just the one shop, it probably all of it could be done, but it wouldn't all be perfect either.
Yeah, it's always a good thing. You could always get one thing done here and another thing done here. There's nothing wrong with that. Because people have their specialties in different things. There's always someone that's going to be better than someone. So there's not a problem with you getting something fixed here and then just going down the road and getting something else fixed as well from a different person because they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, well, that's it.
You know, like it's open your windows, open your network a bit more, and you might find just that one guy that can do everything. You never know.
Yeah, well, that's it.
I think Pinnacle 4x4, they do everything now. They do canopies, setups, they do electrical wiring, mechanical. They do everything now, I think. Yeah.
And it's good. Like, I mean, how many shops are out there that can do
all that?
Everything. Because at the end of the day, you've got to find someone that's good, like at the Auto Sparky, someone that's probably a tuner, someone's good at wheel alignment, and then master them to be able to teach the next person. So you've now got two cars in the shop doing the same thing.
Doing the same thing, yeah.
But then, it comes down to, do you want to be able to drop your car off at someone like Pinnacle or like a Pro Touring Concepts and pick up a done, finished, complete car and off you go? Or do you want to just, are you a weekender that's just getting a 12-volt system or a new tray or a new lift and tyres? And
I think that's the one thing when you get a car is you got to sit down and work out what you want to do with it.
100%.
Because I see a lot of people get the mistake of they get a new car and they're going to put all these mods on it, but they're only using it on the weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more things you can spend your money on than doing a full done up 4x4 and just using it for every now and then. You know, like, be smart, be wise with your money.
It depends too. Like, a lot of people, if you're just a basic tradie setup, just have the simple weekender sort of setup.
Yeah, your little 12-volt things that can charge your batteries and stuff. Like,
and then maybe have your separate rock crawler or whatever it might be, but don't try and build your daily into a rock crawler. Like, I'm sort of in the spot of between the two where my ute's very well set up for what I want it to be, like off-road, full driving, weekender. But I know if I'm going to do a long trip away for a couple of months, I'm putting a canopy on there straight away.
Definitely.
Like,
and canopies are good because you can just lock everything up, especially up north.
Yeah,
It was a really good thing. It was hard seeing a lot of people getting shit stolen out of trays and stuff.
Yeah.
That would probably be a good tip for people going up Cape York. Yeah. If you can, get your hands on a canopy.
Yeah. Just make sure everything's
just
lockable.
Locked up. Yeah. Just lock it up there.
Easy and lockable.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's another thing you talk about is bloody cars getting stolen.
Mate, living in Cairns for 6 months, saw it every night, heard it every night. We lived in Whitfield, which is just the back of the city.
Yeah.
It's next to two pretty rough areas in Cairns, and the cop. I made friends with a cop up there, and he was just like, if you get your car stolen, honestly, go and look for it yourself because we're that far behind in paperwork. Your car won't be found.
Yeah.
And it's a big problem up there is because they love big four-wheel drives, but they can't drive manuals.
Yeah. Well, the same thing only happened not too long ago to Chucky's car up at Mackay there.
Mackay?
He had that, it's sort of like a brownish, orange sort of Navara. It will stand out once you know what I'm talking about.
And the whole tail thing was smashed up or something?
I think so. They found it in a cane field, and it was just basically the boys just went looking for it themselves.
Yeah.
And if you've got the tip-offs to be able to do it, chase it down. Because
honestly, get it back.
You're better off saying your sorries to the police for finding your own car than begging the police to chase your car. They're not going to give a shit at the end of the day.
They've got so much up there going on at the moment.
I'd rather go defect another car.
Legit. Oh, no.
But, yeah, like even...
We're going to be hunted on the highway now.
But like, even on the coast, you see it all the time. Like Southeast Queensland, it's like your fame, like these little kids, lads, whatever you want to call them, running around stealing cars. They're stealing it for fame. They're walking into someone's house, filming themselves, taking the keys, getting in the car, filming themselves, driving down the road, doing 140, 200 k's an hour, whatever it is, and it's all over bloody social media. Whereas like, if you go anywhere else in the world and someone's stealing a car, they're not posting it online that they've stolen this car, because they're not stealing it for a joyride. They're stealing it because they want to. Well,
they want followers and they want And it's funny you say that, because I actually haven't spoken to you about that. There's actually a Facebook group in Cairns. Not pointing names, but they will go and steal cars at night at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Just absolutely just flog it.
Yeah.
Post a photo of it, put it in the group, put it in like the Facebook page, but then go put the car back and put the keys where they were, and the next morning you didn't even know it was gone.
Yeah.
But you open your Facebook and your car's just doing donuts in the middle of Cairns. Like it's mental.
It happened to a mate of mine in Brizzy. It would have been maybe a year or so ago. And yeah, these kids, like, he's got a pretty nice house where it's like big gate, all that sort of stuff.
Like locked up, everything's locked up. Yeah.
And basically they've walked into his house. Like, I know his house, like you open a door there, it's the loudest fucking thing as well. Don't know how these kids got in. Got the keys, took this car for a run. Like, they obviously had it for a few days or something. But yeah, it's just fucking mad, the balls that these kids like have to go into someone's house. Like, and I just go,
and it's different when we grew up. Like, I remember like even in school, like if I was grade 8 and I said something to a grade 12, like I was getting put in the bin.
Oh, you're shitting yourself.
And I remember I remember when I was in grade 12, year 8s would turn around and just absolutely just flog us, and we'd be like, just look at them like, how are you saying that to older kids right now? Like,
and you know what
the times have changed, eh?
It's because parents can't flog their kids anymore. Like, I mean, I'm not not condoning that, but it's like I got a fair old whoop as a kid. I think
everyone
sure.
did. Everyone around the 2000s and before, I think, always got a whooping.
But it's like, once you've had a whoop, and I heard this the other day, once you've had a whoop and mum raises a hand again, you fucking shit yourself.
You shit yourself, yeah. You won't do that again. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, you swear once, here comes soap down your throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we all had it, but these kids aren't getting that now because their parents are too worried about being Me Too'd and going, oh, that's child punishment or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah. Child abuse, whatever they call it.
Yeah. Some of these kids just need to be bloody walloped, a good one, and just set straight. But no one's going to do it because they're too worried that the police will have their back. And
it's a bit hard these days. You can't really get away with anything.
No.
With anything anymore.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but it's what the times have come to.
What do you do? Like, I mean, probably the biggest one that's been stolen lately was
Sam Young.
Sam Young's.
He hasn't found it yet, has he?
It's safe to say that thing's probably gone for good.
Mm-hmm. And the cops let the actual dudes that stole it in the Jeep away.
Yeah.
The trailer. They said, "Oh, we're just borrowing the trailer from a friend."
Yeah. Like
right under their noses, man.
So
like, if something like that can happen, like it just shows that they don't really care about your car, guys.
Yeah. No.
They really don't. And I'm sure, like, if they really were looking, they could have found it by now. Like they can find, like, coppers can find people in the street like that.
Nothing. Yeah.
But when it comes to people's personal things, they couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, they don't. It's fucking insurance will deal with it. Like,
money.
It'd be like, fuck, if you said each person's got insurance on them, are they going to go looking for that missing person?
Nah.
Fuck no.
No, absolutely not.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to try fucking different topic? Just general news shit. Fucking
yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All that sort of stuff. Fucking
general news.
Oh, a funny one we were fucking talking about. Jake Paul, Nate Diaz. Fucking funny.
When Jake Paul loses, everyone wins.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like, it's going to be a good fight. I've watched Nate Diaz's MMA fights, like the last couple of he's done. Like, he just stands there and gets punished.
He's a brawler.
He knows how to get hit, and he knows how to just take a hit.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't look like he's fazed by any hits at all. And I feel like he'll just stand there in front of Jake and just go, mate, what are you doing?
Yeah.
One punch, see you later, Jake.
I feel like I've been supporting Jake from the start. A lot of people hate him.
Oh, I don't like
the guy's still a fucking good boxer.
Where he's come from, he can. Yeah. He can box. And I think a lot of people gave him doubt when he just like fought retired fighters. I know
But even then, like, how
they're
many,
still good fighters.
if you dedicate 3 years of your life to boxing and go, all right, we're putting you in the cage or the ring with a veteran Hall of Fame UFC fighter of Tyron Woodley, you're gonna shit
You can
yourself.
shit fans. And,
No
and
one's
Woodley's
doing that.
huge. He
dude.
ain't a little dude. Like, he knows how to hit.
And like, obviously, Ben Askren fight, that was a shit show.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Then you've got,
dropped his hand.
who was the other one? Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva. That's when he lost.
Everyone said, oh, he's just a UFC fighter. That guy's a boxer. He can fight.
He can fight. He can fight.
I mean, like...
I mean, he did get the win over Jake on that one, didn't he? He did, didn't he?
No,
Silva.
Jake beat Silva.
No, it was Fury that beat Jake, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry,
Fury.
that was my fault.
I think that was just fucking shit show, really. Like, I don't know. I listened to Jake's show about it, and I mean, you can have your excuses or not, and whatnot, but at the end of the day, Jake wasn't organised, and it was just one of those things. Jake was sitting there for years. Everyone's like, fight a real boxer, fight a real boxer. Every time he goes to sign up to fight a real boxer, the real boxers pull out.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, what the fuck am I doing?
Why can't I find a real boxer?
I think it got to his head. But it overdone him, got to his head, and yeah.
Definitely.
That was it for
But
Jake versus Fury.
It'll be a good fight.
This one against Nate, like, you can see from Jake's fight, he just bleeds straight away anyway, but so does Nate. He's got so much scar tissue.
Yeah. Oh, one punch to that eye, man.
Oh, it's
every time with Nate Diaz, it's just blood.
I reckon it's going to be one of those fights. It'll be a first round knockout just by luck. Or it's going to be a fourth or fifth round, like, proper punishment.
But I think Nate's a bit smarter. Like, he hasn't really retired. Like, he's still there. Like, he still knows what he's doing, how he's feeling, all that. So I think he does have an upper hand on Jake at this stage. But yeah, it's going to be an awesome fight. I can't wait. Experience of it, yeah. But yeah, there's another one that you've written down here. 18,000 cows killed in Texas dairy
farm explosion.
Now, what? I heard about this morning.
I seen it. I've just gone, there's no fucking way. Like,
that's 18,000 cows, man. And you know what? Watch the price of meat go up.
Yeah, probably. Like, even though we're in Australia, we've got our own meat. But it all gets exported and then comes back in. And
dairy farm explosion.
Yeah.
It's just milk.
Yeah.
What are they mixing in the milk to make it explode?
Who fucking knows?
That's a funny one. Like,
I'm just picturing a fucking explosion and watching cows go flying.
Fly in the air. Yeah.
Yeah. Who fucking knows what's going over in Texas? They got some wild shit happening. But
that's another thing in the US. They're just Americans.
Yeah.
Who knows what? There was another shooting in America. Did you hear about that today?
Yeah, another shooting.
146 shooting today.
Yeah,
man.
There's fucking more shootings than days in the year
over there.
It's fucking insane.
They need to do something. They need to change their ways over there.
But they're at a place. Everyone goes, "Oh, gun laws, just take all the guns back." A criminal does not give a fuck if you want to take their gun or not. They're still going to get them.
There's still guns here.
Yeah,
you don't. I think we're like a lot of people are like, "Oh, we don't." They're like, "Oh, we don't have guns here." There's people still have guns here.
But over there, you're not going to. It's so there is more guns in America than there are people.
Yeah, you can go to Woolies. You can go like their Woolies there and buy it from the shelf. Yeah, the Walmarts or whatever. I've never been there, so I wouldn't have a clue. But yeah, Walmarts you can just go buy AK-47.
It's nice.
Pistol.
Guns are. I think
Desert
it's
Eagle,
like,
whatever you want.
As long as you got like a semi-clean record or something, and you've got an address there, you can go buy a gun or something. Like, might be wrong on that, but yeah, it's so simple to get guns over there, and
but people say like we feel safer with guns. Like, I do see that, but at the same time, if someone's pointing one at you, you're not going to run to your bedroom and try and get it before they pull the trigger. You know.
I think over here no one's just walking around with a gun, so you're not worried about it. Like, the only people in public around here that should have a gun is police officers or security or whatever it might be. But over there, it's more so that if you're walking around without a gun, you're almost less safe. Because if shit goes down, which it does over there, you don't have a gun, but everyone else has got a gun. And
I'm pretty sure in some states you can carry an open firearm, can't you? In your pocket.
You can open carry if you're licensed or permit, I think, something like that. But
only license or permit,
yeah, I'm not too familiar with it all. But
I thought Florida was something like that.
It's
carries an open weapon.
But I think still
weapon. I have no idea over there.
Yeah, even most of them, I don't think they're too stressed about it. But the school issue is a big problem.
The school, oh mate, imagine just rocking up to school every day, fearing for your life.
Well, I don't even think it'd be that. It'd be if you've got like I don't have kids, like, but it'd be thinking if your parents are sending a kid to school, like if you're sending kids to school each day and you've got to be worried about are my kids going to come home alive? That's fucked up.
I couldn't do that, man. I just couldn't. I couldn't go to school each day. Like we don't think about that. We never thought about that going to school. It's just someone could have a gun in their backpack here.
That was like, I don't know. Every year your school used to do like a drill if there was a lockdown or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
We used to have like a vicious dog come into the schoolyard. They'll lock down the schoolyard. It's over a vicious dog that's running around the schoolyard. And you're like, what the hell's going on? Or they'll do like a drill. Over in America, there's no drill.
It's just lock yourself in the classroom and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Where I think our safety song or something was a Yellow Submarine. I remember it actually did. I remember grade 5 there actually was something bad happen at my school. Like second day at school, a kid got.
Shit.
Yeah, I won't say it much because friends that know me actually were there. But yeah, that was second day of grade 5 at my new school. That's the only time I ever heard that alarm go off.
Yeah, crazy.
But I couldn't imagine. Yeah, and I think even in the US now they're building these like cupboards now that fold into a cube and they're all bulletproof.
Yeah,
Have you seen those?
I seen something else on that too. There's like a manhole underground
that
can only be unlocked from the inside.
From the inside, yeah.
And it's just like, fuck, if you're going to that extent,
just ban guns.
like I mean,
it makes it easy. Or get a license where you have to be over 21 to get a gun or something.
Yeah. Fuck, how do you solve it?
Yeah, you can't.
Like,
they're too deep.
It's insane, but I don't know, you sit there with some people and they'll tell you their gun's their best friend and they won't leave it. And then there's the other people that are just like,
won't even pick one up.
Yeah, won't touch one. Doesn't worry them. Like, I don't know, crazy.
Yeah,
crazy, bloody crazy.
Talk about it all bloody week.
But at the same time, I'd love to go back to the States, and I did it as a kid. And yeah, it'd be just awesome to go back over. But yeah,
I can't wait to get over there with Chloe next year.
Yeah. Like even my brother, he's got a few mates over there now. I think they're in Mexico or somewhere. Fucking
having a ball.
These boys, they're not the type of boys you want to send to Mexico by themselves. Everyone on the coast around us that knows them, you just like the boys love to party. They're having a good time. It looks like they're having a sick time over there. But fuck, you've got to be careful. Like
careful out there.
There's people that in America that will go to Mexico and I don't know, this person been shot or like this person looked like someone they've been shot.
Yeah. And I think my brother went over a couple of years ago and he went to the group that some of them went to a Mexico cafe and stuff. It literally had bullet holes in the window.
Yeah.
And they were just asking, how's your day? Like, this just happened in the morning. And they're just like, just pouring coffee like it's a normal day. And there's just bullet holes and shattered glass everywhere. We're just
so immune to it.
And we're like, and everyone just like looked at each other apparently and just like, maybe not here.
Yeah. How many times do you have to see someone like a drive-by shooting or someone gets shot to be immune that it just doesn't worry?
It doesn't worry. It's trauma.
Yeah.
Traumatic over there.
Yeah. Oh, well, buddy. Another note I got here is...
This is a big one. This is a big news.
I'll go to the one at
you got next. Yeah, okay. Not going
It's top one. A couple of Sunny Coast boys. I've got a motocross background. I follow the motocross pretty much every week. Jet and Hunter Lawrence. A couple of Landsborough boys over in America leading the point series at the moment. Killing it, doing their thing.
Unreal.
Sick to see.
Where we should be. Where we bloody should be on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Jet and Hunter. You guys are doing absolute amazing. Keep up the good work, guys.
Yeah. It's bloody cool to see. Like, growing up, like when I was on 50s, 60s, 80s, you grew up watching, there was pretty much Chad Reed and Brett Metcalf were the only blokes from Australia Australian background that were over there. And they were names for it.
Yeah.
And then you sort of lost Chad Reed. He's doing his own thing now,
yeah.
But to have two boys go over there that are young, they're our age.
Our age, yeah.
And absolutely dominating over there is sick to see. Like
100%.
doesn't matter where you are from in Australia to see an Australian athlete go overseas
and absolutely kill it.
and
I
kill
think
it.
everyone needs. I think
It's
this
same
needs
as-
to be in the news more. I think this needs to be
Yeah.
blown up a lot bigger. I think it's been pushed under the rug a lot more.
Yeah.
This needs to be out and about. Like these guys are doing
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Same as every year you see, like the last, let's say, 10 years that Toby Price has been going overseas and running Dakars and
Yeah.
whatever on bikes or trucks. You don't see it anymore.
It's only one little snippet of like a 2-second snippet on news, and that's
Yeah.
it. Like these guys need to like have like they need to be interviewed. Like they need to get on radios. Like these guys are winning a championship for God's sake. Like
Yeah.
a world championship in
They're a
motocross.
person doing something that's real, but then you've got these wankers coming over from America that are in a movie playing a script
Yeah.
that are getting a 40-minute interview on TV.
It doesn't make sense.
Fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
Get these boys on, get them out. And
Yeah.
if you guys don't even know motocross, like follow these guys. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're leading the championship.
Yeah. Yeah, no, jump over and follow. Like, Jet's funny as fuck. I love listening, like,
Yeah.
seeing his interviews and shit. But, yeah, like,
We should get them on here. You need to get them on here.
that'd be cool.
when they're back in Oz.
Except they're in fucking America
Yeah,
all the
no,
time.
I know. But when they're back, I reckon you should
Yeah.
definitely get them on here.
That's like in another bloke that's doing it, like mate Kai. He's over in bloody. Sorry if I get this wrong, but he's over in Europe somewhere doing speedway racing, absolutely smashing it as well. He's bloody having
I
a rip
love-
at it, just
I love
Aussie
watching the
blokes
speedway.
trying to go for it.
Awesome.
I know there's a few Aussie athletes that are around the world doing something
Yeah,
bloody good to see.
it's awesome. It's unreal.
Yeah, and then another one that's here that come up in the news that I seen today was fucking Jared Hayne. Bloody
Back in the
footy.
news again, hey. Big
Yeah.
old Hayne train.
Apparently he's been bloody taken
Taken into custody now, yeah.
Yeah,
He'll go
Well.
to jail.
fuck around, find out. Yeah, do the wrong thing is
Yeah.
just, I don't know, how long has this been fucking going on for?
Yeah, look, it is disgusting, but
Old news.
it is like honestly, just send him to jail, be over it, get your time in.
Yeah.
You did the wrong thing, mate. That's the consequences you got to pay for.
Yeah,
There's
That's
no
it.
beating around the bush. There's no just because he's a celebrity doesn't mean you have to treat him like any normal
Yeah.
person. What he did was wrong,
yeah,
so send him to jail.
yeah. Well, it's like Andrew Tate got out of bloody prison
But
or
they
jail.
found nothing.
Yeah, well, it was just loads of shit. Could you imagine if someone spent what I think it was like 3 or 4 months in jail in Australia, and they didn't have any proof on it? It'd be
And
a
apparently they were
fucking uproar.
tortured. Apparently they were tortured over there in
Oh.
Romanian. I would hate to think what goes on in Romanian
yeah.
jail, but
Be nuts. But yeah, I think because of his status, they just went nuts on him.
and me and Chloe have been talking about this a bit. The first if you go after a guy like this, you better have proof. Because if
fuck
you
yeah.
don't have proof with a guy with that much following,
Yeah,
like when he comes on a podcast or something, that first podcast is going to go mental because
Yeah.
he's going to explain and in detail what they did in that jail.
But he's
and
already
everything's
done-
going to come up.
yeah,
Everything's going to blow up.
yeah. He's done heaps of podcasts and all his speeches and everything that went viral for him. And like, I listened to a heap of it because it was like, everyone fucking did at the end
Everyone
of the day.
did. Yeah.
And whether you love him or hate him, you were still listening to his shit because he was speaking the truth and he was speaking some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was a few.
yeah,
I can understand where he is coming from,
yeah,
but I definitely disagree with some of the things he did say
Oh, fuck, I
and the
think
way he
everyone did.
said it.
yeah.
But there is some things I totally agree with him
Yeah.
for.
Like if you're looking at if someone's sitting there and standing in front of you, like I might get this a bit muddled up, but if someone's standing there and going, be a man, run a business, produce your own stuff, have a crack, do what you want in life, that's someone that's trying to be
Good.
influential
Yeah.
and help people.
And
Like
if someone's if an older male said that to me and I looked up to him, man, I would 100%.
yeah.
I would do everything he says.
But like he started up a business that was doing like video camps for women and
Yeah,
stuff. It's
yeah.
still a fucking business. He made a shitload of money, and people were going like, "Oh, he was taking all the money off these girls and stuff like that that were rightfully theirs." Half the fucking girls in Australia are on OnlyFans, and OnlyFans takes a little cut of that. They don't give a fuck. Like,
Oh, mate, you love going into these questions, don't you?
I'll stir the shit, but
Yeah, it's a topic.
You know what I mean?
It's a hot
Like,
topic at the moment.
I don't
in
give a
2023.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Andrew Tate and all that. Like, he's doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. But yeah, I mean, let the guy do his fucking shit, and if he does fuck up and he's wrong about it,
Yeah,
give him the whistle. But
exactly. Until he's wrong, then maybe listen to a little bit if he says. Not all of it. I'm not saying listen to all of it.
yeah. And I'm not saying take his advice either.
But look, like it honestly helped me. Like obviously, what he says sometimes is wrong. But like to men, like the way he presents himself as a man, like he's professional. And that's what I look up to. Like I want to be professional. I want to be a professional man. I want to be kind. I don't know if he's kind, caring, but I like everything a man quality he has.
Yeah.
So, and
when I listened to him on Full Send podcast, they're another great group over in the States.
Nelk boys, yeah, I love the Nelk
boys. I think they took the piss out of him a little bit. Like, I mean, if it's probably still online, go back and listen to it or watch it.
I think it's on Rumble. I think.
No, that's Steve's, but they do theirs on Spotify and YouTube. Still their podcast. It's just full send podcast, and they had him on there, and they were just talking shit with him, and he's just from when they were talking about what they were doing like before or after and whatnot. He just seemed like a normal bloke doing his shit, but he's got fame behind him.
He's got a following behind him. That's why. And he's got a big target on his back too.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to expose a lot of things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I mean, you're always going to have, I don't know, men, women, whoever else going after him for shit he says being misogynistic or whatever. Like, I wonder how many of those fucking people know what those words mean. Like, I've got a little bit of an idea, but I've got barely any clue.
Yeah.
Like, how much are they fucking going into what he's saying, and is it really affecting them, or are they jumping on a trend?
It's a trend. I think it is a trend. Is because other people see that they hate him, so they're just going to jump on that trend because they hate him.
Yeah.
But then again, other people are going to also like him. You know, it's just with everything. It's just social media. People are going to not like you, and people are going to love you. Yeah. It is what it is. So you just get a call from.
Yeah, I just got a call from Chloe. I'm just gonna. Hang tight for a sec. Andrew Tate is a funny one, but when he got out, there's a bloke on Full Send, Steiny, and he did. Did you see the video when Tate got out and he's walking around smoking the cigar?
Yeah.
Steiny recreated that video with like a bloody hood and shit on.
Yeah.
Funny, like no context to it, but you just it was funny as fuck. But
it definitely is a hot topic.
It'd be interesting to see how he bounces back from
this. Yeah.
So
I think there's a lot of things to come from this. And it's going to open a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah,
I think. Because I think it's just everyone's just a bit sheltered at the moment with the whole COVID thing. Everyone doesn't really know what's going on. Like, why is inflation going through the roof? Like, there's a lot of things. Like, inflation isn't caused by people. Inflation's caused by governments.
Yeah.
Like, you could go into it, but I'm not going into it. But you could talk about it for hours.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give this a crack. Let's see if we can bloody call Chloe.
Oh,
Chloe.
Hello.
Chloe,
Hi.
You there? What's going on? We're just me and Matt are sitting here on the podcast now, talking.
Well, I'm seeing what you guys are up to.
We're probably bit over an hour into a podcast right now.
Yeah, where's my invite?
Well, you were invited, but Matt beat you to it.
Yeah, I might come down and feed you guys.
All right, too easy.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Are you guys hungry?
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Chloe, we've got a question for you. Me and Mac have been talking about this. Who would your favourite creator on YouTube be right now?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Probably Sarah and Keelan.
That's what I said.
Yeah, Matt said the same
I
thing.
said one of them, yeah.
Yeah, I really look up to those guys. They're definitely and I speak to them on TikTok, so they're a really cool couple.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like mine's thinking alike, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's your smacker?
My favourite people on YouTube at the moment.
All-time adventures.
No, I said to Matt, I follow a few people pretty regularly. Like, you got your usual Australian ones, but in the States, my go-to is sort of like your Cletus McFarlane's, Heavy D, Whistling Diesel, Sea Boys, like those groups.
Even Chloe watches Whistling Diesel and she loves it.
It's
Don't you, Chloe?
funny.
Yeah, that's funny. I love it.
Yeah.
I love his recent with the Tesla. He just bought a tank. Did you hear what he did the tank?
Yeah, he's bought a tank.
And almost dropped in off the ship.
Yeah.
His rope snapped or something. It was like almost in the water, like almost lost the tank.
Well, they just went to Whistling Diesel and Heavy D, like Diesel Brothers. They went to Moab or somewhere, and they were driving the G-Wagon through Moab.
Yeah. I just love what he does with his content. It's just, it's something you don't normally see. Like, let's go buy a Ferrari and let's just go trash it.
Yeah.
Let's buy a Tesla. Let's go put massive stoke wheels on it and roll it down a hill. Like, you just don't see that. No one else makes that content but him. And I think he's been sued from a few big brands from not trying to ruin their stuff.
Yeah.
But I love his content. It's awesome.
Oh,
I'll
Chloe.
see you guys soon with food.
All right.
No worries. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks,
See
Uber.
ya. Yeah. Oh, well, that was funny.
Yeah.
It didn't connect up, so we'll have to work on that.
We'll work on that one.
See how it goes.
That would be pretty cool to ring up people and just be like, hey,
Yeah.
got it.
Oh, we'll have to have a play after this or something. See what we can do.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Well, that wraps up.
Yeah. That was pretty good. Another
Thanks.
episode in the books.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Thanks for having me on, Macca, again.
Appreciate it as always.
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't be the last again. Either, so, yeah.
Run out of topics.
No, I've been slowly putting a little list together and talking to people who are keen to come on, and
It's going to be awesome.
I don't want to put any names out there because I want to be surprised sort of when it comes on to the
Definitely.
podcast, but just a couple of people that have messaged me, I've reached out to them as well, and others and that, and they're just stoked. Like, they're like, yep, 100% come on, and I'm keen for that. I want to be able to be that spot where people can come on, tell their story, whatever's going on, and sit here and chat. So
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome what you're doing, Macca.
yeah.
I can't wait for the next
Just
couple of years of it, really.
keep pushing it.
Yeah.
Like, I
Just
mean,
got to keep it up and keep getting your episodes out. Man,
Yeah.
people will follow.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this podcast. It's awesome.
just change it up. Like, I think every week so far we've had something different going on. So
Yeah, it's been awesome.
I think the next few coming up where I'm going to be able to bring different sides of the industry in and talk to different people. And
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So definitely stay tuned, guys. Macca's got a
yeah,
big year up
yeah,
of podcasts.
got a lot happening.
It's
So
going to be awesome.
try and bank a few episodes so I can have a few weeks off here and there. But
Yeah.
it's because there's still a lot that goes on with podcasts. Like, I mean, I've pumped a little bit of money in what I had left anyway to get it set up. And yeah, I'm trying to roll with it now, and hopefully it starts returning me favour soon. And
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I'm not doing it to try and make money off it, but
Doing it 'cause
at
you
the
love
end of
it.
the day, you can't do it for free. So yeah, I want to I do want to look into eventually merch and stuff it down the line, and if I can have like hats and shirts or something that say have the podcast logo on it. And
Yeah, for sure.
like, went up to Rocky and seen people wearing like different podcast hats and stuff like that, like the Alpha Bloke stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I get the chills when I see my logo show up in my Spotify playlist. I'm going, oh, that's a weird feeling.
Dude,
But,
I've just been the same. Like, it's in my favorites now.
yeah.
And every time I go on like Spotify to play music, yours is straight up there. I'm like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, one of my friends is on Spotify.
It's
like,
such a
wow.
It's like, it's almost like seeing like what your videos pop up on YouTube and that. It's just like, oh shit, like, and then I'm in that video, your last one, and
Yeah, it's special. I think the biggest special moment was when we rocked up onto someone's computer, and our videos were on For You page on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, that's special. Like, I would never have thought that one of our videos would be on a For You page on a
Crazy,
YouTube
isn't
thing.
it?
It's just something special.
no, it's good. Like, it's cool to see.
But
Like,
we wouldn't be here without you guys' support.
shit no.
Shit
like,
no.
it means everything every single week. Like, the text messages, the calls, Instagram messages, Facebook messages, the comments on the YouTube and that. Like, to see that stuff come through gives me the chills. But it's like, I appreciate the support from every single one of you. That like, if I tell everyone, screenshot the episode, tag us in it. Like, this week we got myself and Matt. Tag us all, the podcast, tag it, and we're going to reshare as many as we can. Leave a comment under the post, video, everything like that.
Definitely.
We're going to reply.
100%.
So,
And even if like, I've seen a few that people just don't even tag us just from our episode.
just shared it.
I mean, I was still going to them and I'll go, man, thanks for listening. Like, honestly, I know you guys didn't tag us, but like, I can still see that you've watched it. Like, it's awesome. So yeah.
And actually, I might say this, but everyone that's listening in the car and you're taking a video or something while you're listening to it, probably don't. I don't condone it.
Not while driving.
But I do appreciate seeing the video.
Mate, get your passenger to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's the love goes a long way, guys. And I mean, the more of you guys sharing it out there, the more people are going to see it, and it's going to help everyone at the end of the day. If I want to talk to everyone that's got a good story, and if you think you've got a good story, reach out to us. And
Hit Macca up, yeah.
I've got the time in the world for everyone. If you're a good person, let's chat. So
Definitely.
We'll end it off there anyway, guys. Appreciate everything. If we're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, jump over, make sure you give them a follow, rate them 5 stars, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. All of it's good, helps out a lot. So we appreciate you all, and we will see you on the next episode for episode 5. Thank you, guys. Cheers. See ya.
Shake and bake!
Yo!
Shake and bake, baby.
It's sort of becoming the way to end the episode.
Yeah.
I love that.